Two people walk into the same bank on the same morning. Same suit, same smile, same hello. One of them walks out a valued guest. The other one walks out a problem to be processed. And nothing about them is different, except a number. This is how most big banks actually treat you at every level of wealth, from $0 to $1 billion. Once you see the pattern, you won't be able to unsee it. If you appreciate this kind of breakdown, gently tap that like button. It genuinely helps more people find this. And let's get into it right now. Here's the thing nobody says out loud. A bank isn't really in the business of holding your money. A bank is in the business of deciding how much you're worth to it, and then treating you about that much. So, we are going to climb the ladder together, one level at a time, and at each level, you're going to meet the same person, same face, same story.
The only thing that changes is the number next to his name. Watch what the bank does as that number grows. All right, level 1, $0 to $5,000 in the account. At this level, the penalty fees land on you the hardest. Not because you use the bank more, because you have the smallest cushion. And the smallest cushion is the easiest one to knock over. The overdraft, the minimum balance slip, the out-of-network withdrawal. At banks like Wells Fargo and Chase, an overdraft still runs about $35 a time. Slip a couple in 1 month and you've handed the bank more than a comfortable customer pays it in fees all year. And here's the quiet part. The account that's supposed to protect your money charges you the most at the exact moment you have the least in it. The person at this level rarely complains because he assumes this is just how banks work. It isn't how banks work.
It's how the bottom of the ladder works, and almost nobody who's standing on it ever gets shown the rest. Now, level 2, $5,000 to $25,000. You have a cushion now, a little breathing room, and the way most banks reward you for that is, quietly, nothing. This is the invisible level. The fees mostly stop, which from the bank's side means you've gone from a cost to a calm little profit. Too comfortable to bleed fees, too small to court. Because here's where your money actually goes. On the standard account, the bank lends your deposits out at somewhere around 21 to 22% on a credit card, while paying you 0.01% to keep your savings there. That's about 10 cents a year on $1,000. You're funding the spread and keeping almost none of it. And if you walked in and asked for a better rate or a fee waived, the answer is a polite, rehearsed no. Not because you did anything wrong, because at $25,000, you haven't yet crossed the line where a bank starts to negotiate. And if you're getting value from this so far, drop a comment with the level you're standing on right now. I read them all, and the most common one is getting its own deep dive. It helps the channel more than you'd think. Level 3. $25,000 to $100,000. Something shifts here, and it is the first time the bank looks up at you. Consolidate enough in one place, and you get moved into a relationship tier with a friendly name. At Bank of America, for example, their Advantage Relationship account carries a $25 a month fee. That gets waived once you keep about $20,000 across linked accounts. Suddenly, a fee you always paid just stops appearing. It feels like a reward. What it really is an incentive pointed at your behavior. The perks are tied to how much you keep parked there, which is exactly what makes leaving expensive. Waiving a $25 fee to lock in someone who keeps tens of thousands on deposit is one of the easiest trades a bank makes all day. It is built to keep your money in the building. And it works, because being treated slightly better feels incredible after years of being treated like a fee. Level 4, $100,000 to $500,000. Now you get a human being. Somewhere in the band from a few $100,000 up to about $1 million, most big banks assign you a person, a relationship manager, a direct line, someone who knows your name before you say it. At Chase, a dedicated private client banker kicks in around $150,000 in relationship balances. And this is where it gets clever. That banker is friendly, genuinely helpful, remembers your kids' names. It feels like a friendship. But it's a service, not a friend, and you pay for it through the balances and fees that qualify you for one in the first place. A loyal client at this level is far more profitable than one who shops around, so the bank puts a salaried human on making sure you stay. You're being looked after. You're also being kept. Both are true at once, and the better it feels, the better it's working. Quick break, and this one is genuinely useful. Every tier name, threshold, and fee in this video, with the sources I put into a plain English "Where do you actually stand" summary. It's in the description and the pinned comment below. Go grab it, it's free, and then come right back, because the next level is where the money stops being about you at all. Level 5, $500,000 to $2 million. The fees change shape.
This is the entry to what is usually called private client or private banking, and the nickel and dime charges vanish. No ATM fees, no overdraft, no monthly fee. But they don't actually disappear. They get replaced by a percentage of everything you hold, advisory and management fees, which is a much bigger number than any overdraft ever was. Here's the tell that you've crossed over. On the lower levels, you asked the bank for things and it said no. At this level, the bank comes to you with things: credit lines, investment offerings, introductions. And keep two tiers straight because people mix them up. A private client account at a place like Chase starts around $150,000. But a true private bank, Bank of America's for instance, generally wants about $3 million in investable assets. Same words, very different room. The relationship has flipped because your money is finally large enough that being pleasant to you is the profitable move. Level 6, $2 million to $10 million. Now they invite you. The relationship moves out of the branch and into something that looks a lot more like a club: wealth management, events, access. And the products get more interesting. This is the level where a bank will let you borrow against your portfolio instead of selling it. A securities-based line offered by private banks like JP Morgan's, so you can free up cash without triggering a tax bill on your investments. And at this level, the bank is playing a longer game. It's not chasing your balance this quarter. It wants to be the institution that manages your family's money for the next 30 years. The loans, the kids' accounts, the eventual inheritance. So it invests in the relationship the way you'd invest in anything you expect to compound. You're not a customer anymore. You're an asset it's trying to hold for decades. And if you're still with me at level 6, do yourself a favor and subscribe, because the last two levels are the ones almost nobody ever gets explained. And I'm about to show you exactly how the very top works. Level 7. $10 million to $100 million. The bank comes to you, literally. At this level, you generally do not walk into a branch at all. This is the world of the family office. A multi-family office will usually take you somewhere around $10 to $30 million. The true single-family setups start way up near $100 million. A team you can name manages money, tax, credit, and structure as one coordinated machine. Watch how far the treatment has traveled. On level 1, the same small mistakes cost him $35 a time. Up here, those mistakes get quietly caught for him. The overdraft covered, a call before anything bounces, the tax problem spotted before it happens. Down there, the mistakes cost you. Up here, the bank absorbs them, because at this level, keeping you happy is worth far more than any fee it could squeeze. Level 8, $100 million to $1 billion. At the very top, the relationship changes character one last time. You're now the most profitable kind of client a bank can have, and, at the same time, something it has to manage carefully. When one person parks this much in cash at a bank, most of it sits above the $250,000 the FDIC insures. That makes those deposits a real concentration, one the bank watches on its own books. So the treatment becomes almost unrecognizable. Bespoke terms that exist on no menu. Teams assigned not just to serve you, but to keep you. Because losing a client at this level actually shows up in the bank's own numbers. Here is the irony that ties the latter together. The person on level 1 had no leverage because the bank barely needed him. The person on level 8 has enormous leverage for the mirror image reason. The bank needs him enough that the whole relationship bends around him. In between those two is every stage of being managed, courted, and kept. And it was the same face the entire time. So before we close it out, tell me honestly in the comments, which level surprised you the most? Because most people assume the jump that matters is at the very top. I do not think it is. Watch. Go back to the beginning. Two people walked into the same bank. Same suit, same smile, same hello. And we spent this whole video watching one of them climb. But the $84 man at the ATM and the client in the glass boardroom were never two different people. They were the same person, at two different balances in one life. And it was the balance, more than anything about who he actually was, that decided how he got treated at every step. The fees, the friendliness, the invitations, the leverage.
Once you see that, you stop trying to be liked by the bank. You start trying to be worth its attention. Those are very different games, and only one of them ever moves you up the ladder. If this reframed how you see the whole system, watch this next one. I broke down the quiet companies that quietly own almost everything you buy, and it's the other half of this exact story. You can check it out